Hello, welcome. Welcome to my office. It is under construction, a little bit like my home at the moment. I've got my Eddie Hall Beast hat. I've actually the Beast. I was going to show you how I've been keeping fit because I broke my leg. I put on a lot of weight that I'm not being too happy about, but I feel better now, and I purchased this punch bag. It's a nice one. You see, get a bit closer in. Unleash the Beast. Also purchased the World up there. That's a lot of it's going in my living room, but I will have some in my office as well. So yeah, I mean, I'll keep it. I have got a pair of gloves in there, but I actually got the wrong set, so it's probably better off if I don't. But yeah. It comes back here. See what I mean? My godfather was a champion boxer, Welsh Fusiliers, and seriously, he's got a room this size full of medals, full of belts, and he taught me. So, 1, 2, 2. It's all about your footwork. Terrible left hand on me. I'm actually right-handed, but my knockout is my left, believe it or not. Strange that, isn't it? And it's my biggest bicep. Whoa! Anyway, enough of that. That just lifts off like that. Cool as you like. This weighs an absolute ton. Full of water. You can get it with sand in it. When the weather gets better and I can go in my garden, I think I will put sand in it. Yeah. Unleash the beast, baby. Okay. So I made a video earlier, you might not have seen it, about Nigel Farage on Sky News with Beth Rigby. And wow, I mean, it was a little bit Trump-esque. The dig he had at the mainstream media towards the end of the interview was absolutely beautiful. It was poetry. It was along the lines of, and this is the reason you are losing the confidence of the people, as in you, the mainstream media. You know, they don't believe you anymore. You know, all Beth Rigby was interested in was, I think, 1 or 2 members that had, one had been to a juvenile correctional facility when he was a kid, right? I think for domestic violence. He was about 16, maybe 17. Yeah. now he's a very successful businessman. He hasn't been in any trouble since, and he's part of Reform. But they had to bring that up, didn't they? You know, why is that? Is that because they've got nothing else on Nigel and Reform? I think that's the case, isn't it? And, you know, if Reform weren't a threat to the establishment, that proves they are now, because there's no way Beth Rigby would have had Nigel, and his biggest donor used to donate to the Conservatives. I can't remember his name now, but this man is seriously rich, and he will be donating millions. He said, over $1 million himself. And he said he has lots of other people who will donate large amounts of money. The Elon Musk thing, Nigel Farage said it is complete rubbish. But I think Elon Musk will donate money. I just know he will. And you got to remember that Nigel Farage and Donald Trump are very, very good friends. Yeah. You know, how embarrassing for our government, even for the Tories, that Nigel Farage, the king of Brexit, and this is where this is what you've got to think about, right? For me, Nigel Farage, whatever you think of Brexit, whether it's been a good thing or a bad thing, at the moment it's not been a great thing for our economy, has it? But we will recover. We will, because we're Great Britain. We will recover. Remember, we've had COVID. We will recover, right? And he was without Nigel, Brexit would have never have happened. It wouldn't have even been brought up as in a conversation. He fought for 25 years for Brexit, and he finally got it, and he deserved it. I voted for Brexit. It's the only time I've ever voted in my life. Our political system is broken in this country. Like, when I go to vote, right, I don't want to vote for my local MP. He's always a Tory. So hopefully Reform can take my city. I will be hopefully campaigning for Reform. I'll be knocking doors. I'll be doing whatever they want me to do. Right? If they don't want me, they don't want me. I'll still vote for them. But I am fully on the Reform train. Put it that way. You know, people say, oh, they're the best out of a bad bunch. No, they're not. They are just the best. What must Starmer and even that Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the Tories, they must be pulling their hair out, because the Tories are going to be replaced. They will be no more. I think unless the Conservatives do a 360 and become brutal on immigration, on the economy, on all the important things that matter to the British public, right? If they don't become like quite hard right, they're gone. They're gone. Because the British public have seen through Labour already. And we've got another 4 years of it yet. Imagine how bad it's going to get. And I mean, you know, if for me, Keir Starmer, he's just a one-term prime minister. He doesn't give a shit. I've been prime minister. But what he's doing is he's ruining the Labour Party, which is good, because I hate them. I can't stand them. I don't like their policies. I don't like their ideology. People who vote for Labour normally are Scousers, because they hate the Tories. Fair enough, because of what happened at Hillsborough, right? But, you know, you don't have to vote for Labour. Vote for someone else. You know, vote for Green Party. Vote for the Liberal Democrats. I don't know. Anyone but Labour, right? The Labour voters, OAPs, the older generation, and ethnic minorities, and that is a fact, mate. And I know that. The Islamic population, what they do is they block vote. The imam will tell them who to vote for, and that's what they do. There was even a Dispatches documentary on it on Channel 4. Check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube because they have Channel 4 documentaries on YouTube. It's quite good, actually, some of them. And I also learned it off Tommy Robinson about 7 years ago when I met him in Manchester. He did a speech and he talked about the Islamic bloc vote. That's what it's called. That's what we call it anyway. Tommy has officially endorsed reform, even though, look, right, deep down, I think Nigel thinks Tommy's been treated terribly, right? But he can't come out and say that because he will be eviscerated by the mainstream media. And also this hope not hate thing, right? I had a comment under my video, right? Now, look, you can see it of two ways. Do you really, this is what I really think. Do you really think Nigel Farage is in bed with Hope Not Hate and likes them? Because he doesn't, right? He's being very clever. He's got them to vet certain people coming into the party, right? For me, what he's doing is very, very clever, right? Because he's not in bed with them, but he is basically he's basically saying, look, no one dodgy's coming in. They're not far right. They just took conservative people, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And that's why he's kept his mouth shut about Tommy as well. Because if he says anything positive about Tommy, he would be eviscerated. So for any Tommy Robinson supporters out there watching, don't get disheartened by Hope Not Hate and him not sticking up for Tommy publicly. Because I know for a fact that he thinks Tommy's all right, mate. And Tommy has officially endorsed him. So, that says a lot because he knows, like I know, that Reform are the best party to take on Labour at the next general election, all the Conservatives. It's going to be a three-horse race. Labour won't get in. They are going to be eviscerated at the next general. It's going to be between the Tories and Reform. And give it another 4 years, who knows? I mean, Reform are going to become so powerful, it's going to become scary. There could be a coalition between the Tories and Reform, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see a Reform government. I did say, and this is about a month or two ago, I said if Reform want to win, Nigel needs to pick a running mate who could even take over before an election's called. Someone a bit younger, but he needs a running mate to be his deputy prime minister, who is younger and will be able to take Nigel's place at a further election. I'm sure Nigel would only do one term if he got the top job. It's fascinating times. We live in fascinating times with Donald Trump, with Nigel Farage on the rise and Reform. It's fantastic. And like they say what happens in America 6, 9 months, a year down the line happens in Europe. Sadly, we had an election. It would have been nice to have had the election. Do you know what? I think Labour would have won whatever because they're the biggest party. Well, they're the opposite. They were the opposition, weren't they? But I mean, you know what, right? I'll guarantee you this now, right? Reform, whatever's in their manifesto, they will stick to. They won't be like Labour and lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. And that Labour MP calling for blasphemy laws against Islam and the Quran. Mate, this ain't an Islamic state, bruv. This is a secular country, a secular society where religion can be criticised. Yeah? If you don't like it, fuck off back to wherever your lineage is from, which is probably an Islamic state of some sort. Pakistan, maybe Iraq, maybe Iran. I don't know. I don't really care, right? But if you want blasphemy laws, go to where your lineage is from, because this country will never, ever, ever stand for fucking blasphemy laws. Sorry for my language, but it really irritates me. Gets on my wick, mate. These people, and they feel that they can stand up because they know Keir Starmer probably absolutely hates the idea secretly. He probably thinks it's disgusting. Seriously, there's no way he thinks that would be a good idea. But because he's so petrified of losing any voters, and like I told you about 5 minutes ago, his main voter base are ethnic minorities. And for me, that's why he's shipping in so many foreigners, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care because they'll be told to vote Labour. They're the ones that gave you citizenship. They're the ones that gave you money. They're the ones that put you in a hotel. They're the ones that got you a council flat or housing association. Yeah. Out of 100% of immigrants, like a recent poll, only about 8% had trades we require in the country. So what about the other 92%? They have no skills, no fucking trade. And it's costing us 20 billion pounds. So when he goes on about that 22 billion black hole, 22 billion, well, Keir, that 22 billion black hole could be cut to 2 billion if you just said no more immigrants. Go and have a word with Macron and say, I've had enough of your corrupt police, your corrupt border agents, because we all know they're on the payroll of the human traffickers who are the scum of the earth. They're worse than fucking drug dealers, mate. They deal in human lives. Yes, drug dealers do as well. But come on, man. Human trafficking is the number one. It's more lucrative than drug dealing, and it's even more lucrative than arms dealing. It's got to be stopped. He's made one arrest. Some fucking group in Belgium. Well, they're coming home. They're going over from France, mate, not fucking Belgium. What else has he done? Fucking diddly squat. Because he wants them to come in, so he, like Kamala Harris and Biden, that was the word that they wanted them because they would vote for him. Didn't work out like that for him, though, did it? What's this? New web moderators can support your channel way more. Close. Well, I didn't say I was going live, so no one seems to be here at the moment. But anyway, let's have a look at some news today, shall we? Oh, I have got a. What do you think of me, my girlfriend? She'd fucking kill me if she thought I'd put that on there. Not bad, is she? She's fucking gorgeous. Okay, let's have a look at some news. Kamala Harris snubbed. They hate her. Joe and Jill savagely ignore Kamala. Well, I am covering American politics as well. Labour is losing control. Nigel Farage can't be stopped in new reform polling. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of new videos, guys. And I'll see you later. Get working out. Helps the testosterone, helps your mental health. If you're feeling a bit low, feeling a bit down about yourself, about the way you're looking, buy yourself a punch bag, man. It's all good. Come on, turn into that inner beast. See you later, guys.